You know, we wanted to share the film with people and to see them, let them understand how special the restoration was. But the thing is that the film is a result of the art. And we tried to figure what we could bring that would explain to people how special the film was. Because the artist spent many hours working to come up with the looks of the character and creating the environment they lived in. So we decided to bring a few things to share. And by the way, these items are going to be an exhibition in Helsinki starting next week through March. And it's all about the European influence on Walt Disney's films. Well, we wanted people to see the concept art because many different styles are seen in this, as you'll see when you see the art. They had artists from all over Europe, as well as American artists, all tried to design the character as they thought Pinocchio should look. So we brought some of those looks. We brought a couple of cells so that you could see how cells were painted, and some backgrounds, because a character has to live someplace. And if that background is not believable, then nothing will work. Everything about Walt Disney's films had to be completely credible. Well, we brought about 30 reproductions of art because we wanted you to understand how the characters were designed, how the settings were designed, and we brought then backgrounds as well so you could see the environment the character lived in. But for original art, we brought a marionette and 3 maquettes. And those maquettes were designed so that if an artist was drawing a character, it would always remain consistent. You know, the cheeks, the jawbone was always the same, etc. And the marionette was created so that the artist could see how a puppet moves, because it's not a human being, it's a little puppet. So they needed to learn how to move that. So we brought that very important puppet today. I think the marionette. We have a photograph of Walt Disney holding it. And it was something that he very much believed in. He believed in credibility. He believed that if you were going to make a character and the world he lived in, it needed to look real. Everything must look as it did in that period. That way he felt it would be a story that would last for a long time. And truly, Pinocchio is as impactful today as it was when it came out. Well, I think it's because of the characters. I mean, the Blue Fairy, who doesn't love the Blue Fairy? And the little boy who wanted to be a good boy but was so naive he didn't know how to. And of course, Jiminy Cricket. I mean, Jiminy Cricket was an amazing character who was just, he was more than the conscience. He was an interesting character to watch and someone that you were fascinated by as a child. This little tiny cricket who could talk and move on film. So I think it's the characters. The reason that it lasts is they were believable. They were, they created emotional impact in people. And when the boy comes alive, the film is worth it. I think it's going to be so surprising for people how well the film holds up in high definition. And the thing is that you will be able to see details in the watercolor that you've never seen before. And I think that's one thing that will surprise people a lot. You'll see the characters will come alive in high definition. And it's spectacular. Plus the new Blu-ray has wonderful art along the side where you would normally see black. And those are painted in the style of Gustav Tingren, who was one of the major artists working at the studio on Pinocchio. so that they become almost a proscenium arch for the film and they take the viewer into the film. I think it's going to be something people really enjoy.